Here we are, long awaited and finally there. The new GS 1300, a bike that I had been waiting for many months now. I looked at all the previews that were to be found, and we're going to look at it in more detail. I've ridden it, so I've ridden the bike just a few days ago. I posted the video online, so you can look at that in more detail. We are going to have a feel for the bike today together, and we'll start with the beautiful Akrapovic exhaust. An exhaust that, and we'll see it at the sound later on, you don't hear the exhaust, or hardly hear it, I would say. The engine noise is much more dominant than the exhaust. It's beautiful, but the question is, do you want to pay an extra nearly €1,000 just for the pleasure of having this beautiful exhaust installed on your bike if there is no sound effect that you can enjoy? For me personally, the new Euro 5 norm is just fine because I like the bikes to be quiet. And this Akrapovic exhaust, I haven't heard the original exhaust, it's just fitting the bill. It is a very quiet exhaust, but is it worth the extra? I'm pointing here at the materials used. There's a nice touch to it. You see it's a matte, slightly glintering. There's some, like if there were some metal pieces in the compound. It looks very sturdy, it looks very easy to clean, and it's very nice. And this material that you see on the cylinder heads now of the 1300 are also used in other parts of the bike. You also see that the cooling parts here are much wider, and that's one of the things you had on the 1250 GS, is that the water used to stay there, and now obviously with this new designed cylinder heads, the water has less reason to stay on your cylinder head, and with this new material I think it will be much easier to clean and less worrisome. The old one had also a black color. Here we're in gray, and with this new materials you see that the way the air is put into the cylinder, sorry, this part is nearly unchanged. They turn a yellowish a bit after some time, but this is hardly changed. But the cylinder heads look as if they were higher up, and the exhaust is mounted below the cylinders. I'm showing it here with the optional chrome exhaust that you can see here. The chrome exhaust looks beautiful as well, but it's mounted now from the bottom of the bike, which gives the whole bike the feeling that it's higher in the air. And as you know, the gearbox is below the bike now. You also see on the right side the window for the oil control, and to see what the oil level is. This is also new. On the GS, you used to have this little round window, and you now have this kind of filling glass that you can look at. The whole engine block is in this kind of material, especially the parts that are screwed on, like the front cover. You're also seeing here some bits where there's nothing. The cylinder head protection unit that is usual or that you can attach, that wasn't available yet, can be attached here at these points. I'm not focusing very well, but you can see where there are these empty parts where the cylinder protection will be. What you have here on this bike is just a basic protection plate on the bottom of the bike. In general, the covers, and you see them here, the covers, it's very nicely covered, the bike. It used to be much more open, and you could see the suspension system, and you could see through the bike. That's not the case anymore. You have very nice feeling pieces here, and also what we had from the old plastic pieces, they don't seem to scratch. What I like also, and the color is a bit different here, is this whitish, also glintering, a bit rough surfaced new back end of the bike. Why it's white, I don't know, but it from the feel, it's very nice. What's mounted here is the for the luggage system, and the luggage system now comes with a magnetic lock system that is centrally controlled. And in addition to that, what you see here is the guard for the passenger that is mounted here, and that is a separate piece. So the old luggage doesn't fit anymore, but the new luggage can come with this central locking system, which is requiring new luggage set. That's again, and you see it in the light a bit better, the glintering or somehow glintering effect that you have on this white metal piece. This model from Bike is the trophy version, and at the end of the video I'm posting the configuration in Germany and what it costs in Germany. The material that I spoke about is also used for the cardan, so it's not black shiny anymore, it's a black matte in the same glintering black material or grayish material, and looks very nice. And the tires have the standard 17-19 dimensions from Metzler. You see them here, and they are the Terrance Metzler tires on this bike. Now we're ending the tour of the engine block here, and you see I'm showing again this material, which I find very nice. I've said it several times now. And now we are going to go up and have a look at this new material that they're using for the seat cover. It's very sturdy, and interesting enough, this material is now on the tank as well. So you have an ongoing material. You have the keyless tank here, and you have this little compartment here where you can fit the key, but probably not the key and the mobile phone. The mobile phone does fit. It's a very nice feature, and it's very nice to look at. The trophy colors here are one of the three models you can choose from, and as I said, later on after minute 10 we go through the configuration very fast. From the front of the bike you can see that the radiator grills have been covered by plastic. That used to be the case, but this is here very clear to protect them from any stones. And I'm showing the front tire here again with the BMW calibers for the brakes. The bike has 145 horsepower and 149 Newton meters, and comes with this new radar system that is mounted above this new headlight system. Actually, very nice headlight, and I'm sure we all get used to it very, very fast. The headlight system comes with a new way to mount the turn indicators. I'm showing you the turn indicators here, and even in sunlight, glaring sunlight, they are very visible, and that's a very nice feature, I believe. I'm getting used to this new headlight very fast, and it's also very light, so I'm sure it will cover all the needs that most people have when it comes to illumination, if there's ever something as enough light on a bike in the evening and in the night. So how is protection, wind protection on this bike? Well, it's fairly good. It's interesting here that for the first time we now have an electric windshield that is activated through a central button on the left side of the steering. It's a multifunctional button that activates the radar, the windshield, and the heated grips, and that can be raised while you drive if you get the configuration right. It's very good, and it comes with extra pieces to wind deflectors, a black one, and under the black one a shining one, a translucent one, I'm sorry. So both together with the electric windshield offer good protection I haven't had the opportunity to drive on the highway, so I'm not sure how good these wind protectors work, but they seem to be actually very good. Quick view on the dash here, quick view on the new navigation system, which is smaller, thinner, but very nicely designed with a new menu. And when I activate this button, you see here the radar distance, and on the other right video, you see how I use this radar distance setting to define how far I am from the person in front. Above mode here you see a new button. That's the central button to start the engine and to activate the controls. This is new. It used to be centrally. It's now on the right side. And you also see here the brake cylinders on the here for the clutch and on the right side for the brake that are newly designed, that are not translucent anymore and have a very more compact design, which I find very nice as well. Otherwise, you see here the speed control unit and this button to raise the windshield. Finally, let's look at the gear selector. It's covered up. Everything is nicely covered up here, so you hardly see the whole mechanism, but the gear selector comes with this protection piece that might scratch, but otherwise very discreet. And when you look at this, you see something very strange on the right side, which is a new lever. Well, it's not new. It used to be fixed to the central stand. And the new lever is now a lever that you can put back into the bike when you don't need it. It's very elegant that you can now put it back into the bike.
So, das
So
ist, wenn
let's
sie
start the bike
aufstartet
together.
mit Navigationssystem. Da steht im
I've left some Yes, that concludes the review. Very quickly, compact, dynamic sport tourer. It's much more sport tourer than a maxi enduro bike. And the Akrapovic, as you hear, is not very, the sound is not very dominant. What is more dominant is the valve system and the engine noise in general. That is obviously more dominant because you don't hear the exhaust anymore. Well, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. And we have much more this clicking sound from the valve system that comes to the forefront, and that has a mechanical impact that is higher or more impressive than it used to be, even on a 1250 GS. So if you like it, that's not a problem. Otherwise, you'll have to get used to that, especially because the exhaust system, even the Akrapovic, is quite discreet here. Promised, we'll go through the, as I promised, I will go through the configurator. Obviously, I'm showing you here the 900GS Adventure with 17,000 euro price tag in this special version. I'm showing you this to put that into perspective to the bike we're going to look at together. Obviously, is a configuration in Germany with German prices of the 1300 GS, and the starting price for this bike is 19,100 in this white edition. You have 3 packages to choose from in Germany, like in other countries probably. The option 719, the trophy, and the triple black. And we'll start with the triple black. The reason is that's quite nicely configured already. It has The obviously three seat heights that you can define. Go for the low seat. It has the coloring, the comfort seat, the electric windshield, and the central stand. So that's the first part of this black one already. And then if you configure that, you need to add, if you ask me, if you ever want to resell the bike later, this dynamic package with the new ESA system. Without that, I don't think you can drive or actually resell this bike any time. So adding that, you're nearly finished because you have most of the options already in the packages. The only thing, don't add the comfort package because it's already included in this bike. The only thing you might want to change are the rims. You see here the metal rims on this one. Well, and you can use the configuration system to add, for example, spoke wheels. We'll do that whether they are black or golden to this configuration. When you add the spoke wheels, you end up around 22,000 euros, which is probably not a bargain price, but an acceptable level, I would guess, compared to what you've heard about 25, 27. Does this work only on the black version? No. We're going to do this same exercise on the trophy model we looked at together. And adding the trophy, when you add the trophy, you need to add one package that is not contained. It's this electric windshield central stand package. We go there now. This dynamic we have already, and the comfort package is added here. I'll do that right away. And then once that is done, you can add again, the spokeswheels are on there. You see it in the design. And you have again around 22,000 for a nearly finished bike. So I think decent price. Whether that's enough for most people, probably not. When he listened to the dealers, they are going for 25, 26, all options included or most options included, including also the Akrapovic exhaust, which you can see here is above 900 euros. So there's a whole list, as always, of options. Thanks for watching. Questions, please, yes, do send your questions to me if you have. And otherwise, please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you.